Hi guys, it's Andy from Man City Fan TV. How is everyone today? Let me just bring this up. Iona beats. Where's Rodri? We should basically do a Where's Rodri announcement, shouldn't we? Where is he? Nobody knows. He's probably somewhere between Madrid and Manchester, or in Manchester, or somewhere. Who knows? But it's looking like Rodri is definitely done. So it's just a matter of time before we announce him. Bailey Bazant says, when will Rodri and Angelino be revealed? Who knows? I'm not going to put a date on and a time and whatever. I don't know any more than you do. I'll be honest with you. So it could be today, for all we know. It could be tonight, could be tomorrow. They could announce it, show them in the kits tomorrow, and then they might appear at the event at the weekend. We don't know. Absolutely no idea. Nobody knows, except for City. Hi all, says Roberto Blondi. Hope everyone's well today. Yes, very good. How are you? Who will remain our homegrown players quota with the current squad that we got? How many is homegrown quotas anyways? Julio says, I'm early for the revolution. Will it be televised this time? The revolution? What revolution are you on about, mate? Dank City, hello Andy, hello all. Section, hey all. Abdullah, Sky Sports just announced the Rodri deal. Really? Nothing's come up on my phone. Normally, if something has come up, but I will check it if it's just been announced. That's maybe it's just happened when I just went outside and came back in, but no, no, nothing has been announced. So I don't know where that's from. Rodri done, they say, yay. Section 20. Hi, Brad Niblock. How are you, buddy? Hope you're feeling well. King Ark W, ready for Rodri to join? Yeah. United come in with a last minute sort of 80 million quid and give you £600,000 a week. That would surprise me. Jordan Jolly, can you tell us who you want to sign? Well, I want Rodri. I did a massive video on him if you've not seen it. I did a whole tactical analysis video that took about 12 hours in total to do. Go and check that out on, I put it, I don't know, Monday. I put it out there comparing Rodri to Fernandinho, and just shows you how important Fernandinho has been for City and the type of shoes that Rodri's going to have to fill in the future. As far as that, who knows? Maybe we do need a little bit of coverage at centre-back. It all depends. Is Otamendi going to go? Is he not? I'd also like a little bit of cover, if I'm being honest with you. Not so much at right back, but at left back. But the rumours around Cancelo, who knows? But other than that, I'm more than happy to leave it in the hands of cheeky Varane and Pep Guardiola. They know far more than we do. Manny Matt Hale, all my days, I'm so early, I'm practically premature. Afternoon. Brilliant side. Roberto Blondi, Rodri, Man City paid 62.6 million release clause for Atletico Spain midfielder. Well, I'm just looking at it. It says Man City pay Rodri release clause updated at 407. So, but that's it. There's no more other than that. So there's nothing more about that. We know it's happened. We know it's happening. It's probably was done ages ago. We keep saying it's definitely going to happen. So, you know, it's just we know that Rodri had to pay the release clause himself to Atletico Madrid. I think it was €70 million. So 60, as somebody says, Roberto Blanc says 62.6 million. So we know that him or his agent or third party or whoever was going to have to pay the release clause, and that was probably dusted a few days ago and just been announced today. So like I said, I was guaranteed, otherwise I wouldn't have done that video on Monday. I just wouldn't have done it, doing all the tactical analysis. Why would I spend 12 hours of my time on Sunday and Monday doing a massive tactical analysis on Fernandinho and Rodri and how they'll work together and how Rodri has to look at for what Fernandinho's done in the past. I wouldn't have spent all that time doing that if I thought he definitely, or there was a chance he wasn't coming. Absolutely certain he was coming. It was just a matter of when he's going to be officially announced to the City fans. Hi Bjorn, Brulette, hi, how are you? You're new. Albert Day, Atletico confirmed, done deal. City must announce him in the away kit too. Yeah, I mean, they will do. When that'll happen, who knows? We'll wait and see. George Butterworth, do you think Rodri will start every game this season, or do you think Ferner will start? I think there'll be a lot of rotation. I don't think Rodri will just step straight into Fernandinho's shoes. He's got a lot of learning to do about Pep's system. Look at the video. Look at the tactical analysis video I'll put up on the channel on Monday. Go and have a look at that. That'll give you all... It'll show you everything that Rodri's got to learn. As good as he's been the last year, you know, he's still got to fit into this Pep system. Abdullah says, who we're going to get centre back? Don't know. Who knows? Maguire, is it Aki? Hi Andy, is Aki coming, or is it a diversion? You wouldn't be surprised, Blue Heart, if City are sort of pushing things to the media about being interested in Aki. We know, look, just like the media and agents do it to clubs, clubs will do exactly the same thing to the media. So maybe that's a shot across the bow to Maguire's agents. We know Maguire wants to come to City. I think he said that to friends. And I've said that on videos that we've done before, last week before, that Maguire has told his mates he prefers City, which is a dangerous move to come out in the media, because what that does is it closes down potential options. So maybe it is maybe the Ake thing is a diversionary tactic. Do I like Ake? I think I've said it on the channel for months and months and months. I absolutely think Ake is a wonderful player, really good. And if we can get it for 40 million quid, not that the fee is of any significance, but what a steal that is, because I think he's a wonderful player. It's King. We have just now on Sky Sports. Yeah, just read it out, mate. It literally last minute. Yeah, just done it. Hi Andy, just in from work. Nice chilled beer in hand. Mark the Blue. Enjoy it, buddy. Hello, hey all. Atletico Madrid has confirmed. Left on Twitter. There you go. It's King popped up for me. Phil Scott Surety. Good afternoon, Andy and everyone. How are you, Phil? Hi, Andy. Hope you're well. I'm very good, thank you. Hi, Paul Banahan. Julio says, 34 minutes ago, MEM reporting Rodri release clause paid for. Yeah. Philip, enjoyed the 5th episode of Who Are You? Good. I hope you did. I put that out this morning. If you've not seen it, that's with Chris, big City fan. Spoke to him a number of times outside the Etihad last season. Came over and said hello and things like that. So another more interesting answers to the questions, the 5 questions that I posed. So I've got other people today emailing saying, can I be on Who Are You? So it seems like it's gone down really well. So I'm really pleased with the episodes, and it's a really enjoyable thing to do. So if you've not seen it, go over and check it out. Martez Meadow, g'day. Andy, how are you? I can only assume you're from Oz. Martez, are you the one in Perth? Or Melbourne, can't remember. Paul Sanderson, City in for Rodri. City's already got Rodri, mate. Scott Williams, afternoon, all Rodri release clause activated, subject to medical. Yeah, and I don't think there's any issues with the medical. Rodri is 2nd edition Busquets, says Abdullah. Quite possibly, said it on the videos. Go and check them out. I've done it weeks ago on talking about Rodri and the way the media and journalists and football and analysis people have spoken about Rodri. So George Woods on Sky Sports Instagram, the announcement. Yes, I've read it out, George. I'd love us to sign Ake, so when Pep turns him into one of the best in the league, we can rub salt in Chelsea with De Bruyne and Ake. King Art W says, he's a great player. He's a great, absolute great talent, I should say. There's no doubting about it. I've liked him all last season. I thought he was superb. thought he was one of the best players when we played Bournemouth. Nasri Kabid Abdi, it's official, Madrid confirm. Yeah, even if Ottoman... Oh, sorry, just jumped ahead there. let me go back. Sorry, just went to go down and then another ton of messages came up. Even if Otamendi doesn't go, we still need a centre back. Maybe not. I would like one in now Vinny's left, but I think if Otamendi doesn't want to stick around, we definitely do need one. Jordan Jolly says Madrid have terminated the contract. I don't know whether they've terminated it. It's been bought out by Rodri and his agent, so it's not a termination of his contracts. It's just been bought out. Julio, how will Rodri and Fernandinho work together at City? Has anyone done a video? Bugger off you cheeky bugger. Bananas and Gabby Jesus, 1 goal, 1 assist in Brazil's recent win against Argentina. Massive confidence boost. Yeah, he's only going to get better. Keep saying that. You know, is he at the level to replace Sergio? Probably not. But he's only going to get better. He's still a baby. He's got loads of learning to do. His best years are 5-6 years away. So Coelho says, hey Andy, cheers, you're welcome. DJ Killer Buzz, yes Man City. Mingy Wong, hi Andy, how are you? I'm very good, how are you? Jordan Jolly, how old is Rodri? 23 years of age, mate. Kiam, hi Andy, great news on Rodri, but also exciting news. Riake, hope it's true. I know you're all also an exponent of Ake's talents, and I think I'll ask the question. 40 million or 45 million for Ake, or 85, 90 million for Maguire? Kiam, answer me that one. Who would you take and why? Nicholas Samuels, why City don't go for Toby? Too old. I mean, not the player he was a year or two ago, in my opinion. I won't go anywhere near it. Injury records and things like that, no chance. Abdullah Gabriel Jesus needs to have a lot more chances next season, and I'm sure he will do. 25 mil Spurs want for him. I'll be honest with you, I'm not interested in him. Bananism, the Rodri tactical video was amazing, mate. Congratulations. Who's next? Don't know. Keep an eye out. Got another one planned for this weekend. So I'm glad you liked it. Thank you very much. It took a lot of hard work and effort and research, and you know, I don't want to put something out like that unless I put all the effort and all the time. It takes hours and hours of research and stuff. So I'm glad you liked it. It's gone down very well. Everyone's been very positive. So there'll be another one coming soon. Brian Gardner, Rodri will need time to settle in, fans. Give him time. Absolutely. Of course he will, Brian. John Grogan, hello. How are you, mate? Julio, Alderweireld, 25 is a steal. Not for me, I'll be honest with you. I mean, that's just my opinion, but, you know, not for me. Jordan Jolly, are you going to do a vid on Cancelo? Not unless he comes, because I don't think he's coming, I'll be honest with you. Not at this moment in time, unless something changes. I did a live vlog the other day saying, I think on Monday night, I did a live vlog saying I think the Cancelo deal is finished, if I'm being honest. There just doesn't seem to be any negotiation on it whatsoever. So maybe something will change over the next few days. Levi Cap, am I late? Only by about, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes, mate. What's all this guff about buying Bonucci? We're not buying Bonucci. Abdullah, is the Cancelo deal still on? I don't think it is, mate. Could be, don't know. My opinion is no. Friday Annie, hi, how are you? Nicholas Samuels, City can go for Toby. Can't see it happening. Shay, do you think we'd ever see Fernandinho and Rodri on the pitch at the same time, or would they be swapping between both, do you think, considering the both? Possibly if Fernandinho is maybe providing cover at centre-back, or we're maybe 2-1 up or 3-1 up against somebody in a crucial game and we think, let's put two of them on and just shore it up in the last 20 minutes, then maybe, but I'll be surprised. I think there's only really one position, because if we have both of them on the pitch to start with, who misses out? Glenn Mountain, afternoon, eh? Not spoke to you for a while, Glenn. Dominus Earth, when do you think City will announce Rodri? Who knows? Who knows? He might already have had a medical. He might have already come to City and had a medical already. We don't know whether this deal that's just been announced on Sky Sports and whatever else is wasn't done 48 hours ago. It's only just been released officially. So he might already, for all we know, have had his medical and it's done and dusted. So he might be announced tomorrow. He might be announced Friday. We don't know. We have absolutely no idea. It'll be done when it's done, and I'm sure City will have everything planned in that particular area. So when it's done, it's done. The good news is we know, and I said it on Monday, is a City player. Hi, Bernard Deneen. Hi, Andy, guys. How are you, mate? You all right? Dua Homo Peter. Jagar Homo. Jag. Kusipa. Will Rodri be first choice? I think he will do eventually. But he might rotate a little bit with Fernandinho. Paul Man, surely medical must be before payment. Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the thing, Paul. You would imagine it's already done and dusted. City are not going to transfer 60 odd million pounds, 62.5 or 8 million pounds without being sure. So I think there's been lots of things in the background while we've been here speculating about the whole thing. I'm sure all that's been going on in the background. So Pantaranjan, I heard that Zinchenko and Jesus have got new numbers. Is it true? Yes, number 11 for Zinchenko and number 9 for Jesus. You're absolutely right. Yeah, so hey Andy, did you say signing to Bayern was a done deal a few weeks ago? No, never ever said that. Nid White, hi mate, this news of Rodri have made my day. What a signing, brilliant signing. Iona beats Ake for me, you reckon Iona? I like him, I really, really like him. I do like him, and I don't know. Jordan Jolly, who do we play left back and right back next season? Walker and Mendy. Rubto Blandy, yes, so Andy never said that, mate. I've never ever said that. Right, okay. Ali, sorry, mate. I'm going to put you in a timeout. Scott Williams, Ake every day and left-sided and homegrown, so if the general stays, 4 solid centre-backs and Garcia for the Cups. Good point, yeah, and yeah. Kiam, I rate Maguire slightly higher because of the physical attributes, but I'd take Ake at half the price. And that's the way I'm going, Kiam. I'm going down that route. And I've always said that the price doesn't really mean anything. But there's something about Ake I really, really like. You just think he's a young kid, and what could Pep do with him? And he's a great player. I really like. I like Maguire. I mean, I said that to you the other day. You know, after your comments and things like that, and the comments that were made by Rob about Maguire on the podcast, sort of changed my mind a little bit. But I really like Ake. Why don't we go for De Ligt if Maguire costs 80 million? I think De Ligt's basically decided that the problem you've got with De Ligt is Raiola, his agent. Pep doesn't like him. The club don't like dealing with him. And it's a big sticking point. His agent is a nightmare. Yeah, he is. His agent is a nightmare. Blue Heart, after seeing Raz and GQ, will you be getting a few gangster Well, I have to see, Blue Heart says, after seeing Raz and GQ, will you be getting a few gangster tats? I doubt it, mate. I'm going to actually talk about Raz now. I'll just quickly scroll through some of the major comments and I'll talk about Raz. Koulibaly, no, not for me. Jordan, De Ligt for 100 or Maguire for 85. Or I'll add to that Ake for 40. Ake every day of the week. Ray Fernley, reckon we've got a wild card somewhere, quite possibly, Ray. Julio, De Ligt is asking near 3. Oh, and yeah, and the rest. Also, I think Pep will do more with Ake than Maguire. I agree, Kian. Nathan Ake is class, says Levi Cap. I agree. I have the same feeling, says Roberto Brondley to Ray Fernley. I want to beat sod Leicester. All their players are overpriced and they're buggers in negotiations. I mean, that's the way it is, isn't it? And that, if you own a club, you want the best price. Ake is class, says Sugri Kadka. Nid White, hi Andy, City's class of a club in doing transfer business. Yeah, Fantaranjin official, our Ober fat chance. The only beats, has anyone done Where's Wally meme yet? No, but I'm sure somebody will. Talk Mahrez, oh Ali, you've come back. I'll put you in another one. There you go, mate. Enjoy that one. Same, better opposition, says Ray Fernley. Yes, so do you think Sane is staying now? Yeah, I said it. I've already said it before. I said it on the live vlogs that I've done over the last week. I said Sane, I think he's going nowhere. The Prince, Hot Jordan, 11. Ake? Yeah, Ake. Ake for me, simple, says Ray Fernley. The Prince says DM as well with Ake. Yeah, we have got the option. He can play his centre back on the left hand side. He can also possibly play full back, but he can also play in central defensive midfielder. So you get an English player who's flexible like that. English players are overpriced. I don't know, because they go towards the homegrown stuff and everything that goes along with that JK UK. So it's just the way it's been. I don't know why, but Ray Fernless Slabhead is overpriced. It's a lot of money. Fantarangi and Zinchenko for me shouldn't have 11. I would have given it to Bernardo. Maybe Bernardo didn't want it. Maybe Bernardo says I'm quite happy with my number. Little Mixer crap. Little Mixer all the way. LFC all the way. Iona beats Obar Top City. Little Mixer out. Little Mixer's really sort of obsessed with 3 letters, isn't he? Bless him. Brian Gardner, is Sane going to play out the last season of his contract? He's got 2 years left, mate. Looks like Little Mixer can't spell anything other than LFC. Jordan Jolly, why do top 6 say we buy the league, but when you win everything, players are going to want to play for you? Why do top 6 say we buy the league, but when we win everything, players are going to... Yeah, I mean, that's just the way it is. It's kids, innit? I mean, you only have to look at this Little Mixer kid here. Wow, childish. But hey, he costs us that game in the Anfield. Let's talk about that. Dank City. Sorry, jumped ahead and more coming in. Go away, Little Mixer now. Don't worry. There we go. We'll hide him from the channel rather than putting him in a timeout. Bless him. He's just obviously coming from school or somewhere like that. Steve Black, yo Andy, how's it going? So Rodri on now then? Absolutely, said it on Monday. Liam Heron, Maguire for 70. Well, United have already offered 70 allegedly, so they'll want more than that. They'll want a transfer record of probably 80 or 85, maybe even 90 million quid. Timeout, let me know he's gone. He's gone from the channel, mate. Zinchenko number is Gucci. Bernardo likes 20. It's Foden that needs a new... Well, it's up to them. It's up to the players. The players, I'm sure, will be given options if they want to change numbers, but, you know, it's up to them. Sky Blue Odds, Hindy just made it before bedtime. Finished squash. It had some good games tonight. Topped off with Roger News. Just appeared on the BBC website. Yes, thanks, Martin. Hope it went well. Yeah, brilliant news. And I said, I did that video on Monday, the tactical analysis video, because I was certain he was coming. It was just, everything was lined up, and it was just a matter of when it was going to be officially announced. What else got? Martez, Isco situation at Real Madrid, not good. City can go for him, no chance. Absolutely. We don't want Disco. We've been in for Disco for the last 5 years. The last 5 transfer windows. It's boring. Don't want him. Who's he going to replace? Nobody. Scott Williams, be interesting to compare Maguire and Ake stats, goals and assists, perhaps something for tomorrow. Very interesting point. It's not what I'm going to do tactical analysis on, like I did with the other one. We can talk about it and talk about it tomorrow. So let's schedule that, and we'll put that in for tomorrow. So tomorrow we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it on Man City Fan TV. Let's see if somebody else decides that they want to talk about it before I do. But Scott, yeah, it's a good point. Maybe I will talk about it and schedule it for tomorrow, but it's not what I'm going to do a tactical analysis on, because neither at this point are anywhere near confirmed signing for City. When I know, like I did with the Rodri stuff, that's when I'd commit that amount of time to do a tactical analysis on them. Oh no, not again. Bye. Yeah, he's gone, mate. Don't worry. Steve Black, the Ake talk went nuts after yesterday's chat. I suppose better option at realistic price. Been talking about Ake on Man City Fan TV for about 6 months, since January. I've been talking about him. Dawn Wyman, Chris from Perth, looking forward to seeing Rodri play. Never seen him. Do you think City go for United targets just so they have more to pay? They could easily do that. Might just be a little bit of gamesmanship in the whole thing. Phil Jones worth a punt. Scare the birds off the pitch. Brilliant, Ray. Yeah, he would. Liam Heron, won't mind Maguire for 70 million. Adds a lot of height, strength, and can add leadership skills. Obviously, won't be as much as leader. I think it's going to cost more than 70 million for Maguire. United have come in allegedly and offered 70 million last night. So the rumours are that they want a transfer record for the centre-back. So we know Van Dijk went for 75. So that means they want 80, 85 minimum. Could be 90. And Maguire sounds like a pretty loyal guy. I'm not going to go into Maguire today because I did it to death yesterday and the day before. But he seems like a pretty loyal guy. He's all right. He may have said to his friends he prefers City over United, but he's also turned around that and said that he's happy at Leicester. But we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see on that one. No, Fantaranjin is gone. Little Mixer's gone. Banned from the channel. Laporte, Aguero, Sane. What about him? Carl Robinson, done. It is. Hi Andy, hi Robert Lang. Dank City, Little Mixer. He's gone. Iona Beach reported good. Benign. Listen, you sure got loads of time in your hand, mate. LFC fan chat ain't interesting enough. Clearly not. We need to shut him up. He's gone. He's done with. I've got rid of him. Don't worry. Carl Robinson reported, will Foden get a new number? Probably not. It's up to Phil Foden. Phil Foden's got his number. If he wants another number, he can always ask the club, but he might be perfectly happy with his number. Carl Robson, we need to sell Otamendi before we buy another centre-back. I agree with that, mate. I think City need to know what's happening with Otamendi before they go in for another. Did you see Arsenal offer 50 million for Maguire? Yeah. Well, I don't even think it was that, was it? Was it not 40 million they offered him or something like that? Arsenal in a real... If I was an Arsenal fan, I wouldn't be happy whatsoever. Ray Fernley, Foden needs games. He'll get games. He'll get more games. Will he get the full season? No. But he'll definitely get more games. What about Sane? Says Friday. Can you see both Aki and Maguire coming, especially for... No, I can't see both. No chance. It's too hot. Carl Robinson, yes. Mystics, you guys know that Mendy is being dropped. He isn't being dropped. Zinchenko is better for Pep Star. Mendy is behaving like a Balotelli. No, totally wrong, mate. Sean Seymour, how are United getting away with spending so much money? Bit of jealousy there. Interesting, Bruno Fernandes. They earn it. They earn it, mate. They're not spending anything that they haven't earned. You mean we can't? I know it's United, but we can't go. Oh, they're spending this money. They earn it. They're one of the biggest earning clubs in world football. So if they earn the money, they can. You know, they have a massive income. Just because they've got a massive debt doesn't mean to say that they haven't got a massive turnover. Like I said, one of the biggest clubs in world football. So they've got the money to spend, no problem whatsoever. And if you think about it, they could be selling the likes of Pogba back to Juve for 150, 160 million. That's 2-3 for Bruno Fernandes. So how are United getting away with it? Zinchenko for Mendy at left back, not for me, I'll be honest with you. Don't think he's a natural left back. Top performance from Gab last night. Who would you prefer to start? Aguero? Aguero every day of the week, mate. Where is the Felix deal? That's done, dusted, ain't happening. Jordan. Are you on about the Felix Carrera? Did that on the live vlog yesterday. We risking going down the Mendy nets. We risk going with Mendy nets. He practically hasn't played. No, well, I think I've said it before. Don't think it's a risk because what is the risk? The risk is he plays, he gets injured. Zinchenko goes in at left back. So there's no risk there. The risk will be for his career at City going on if he gets another bad injury. But there's no doubting. You only have to look at statistics. When he plays, his statistics are unbelievable compared to Zinchenko's. So is he first choice for me over Zinchenko? Absolutely. Every day of the week. Every day of the week. Because Zinchenko is not a natural left back. It's just cover. But if he gets injured again, he's got some big problems at City. So I don't think Pep will have it if he does miss a long period again. So we'll have to wait and see. We just got Rodri 30 minutes ago. Yeah, spoke about that, mate. Julio Mendy being dropped. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like... Zinchenko bet for Pep style of play? No chance. Absolutely no chance, mate. Don't know whether you watch City or not, but no chance. Let the rags go for our targets. More bullets dodged. Absolutely. Mendy is good when he's fit, but Zinchenko is doing a fair job. He's doing a fair job. Don't get me wrong. He's done a great covering job. Don't forget, though, Zinchenko, positionally at left back, isn't great. He isn't great. Just like Delph isn't positionally great as a left back because they're not natural left backs. But they've both done really well. Zinchenko last season and the season before Delph did really, really well as cover, but they are not natural left backs. Definitely not. And I like Zinchenko, I really do. But if you gave me the choice, I'd have fit Mendy every single day of the week. Mendy is good too, though, if Mendy stops acting like... Well, he's not acting like that. Don't believe half the stuff you read in the press. That was stuff that he did months and months and months ago. You only have to look at social media now. Have you heard anything from Mendy? Nothing. Heard nothing from Mendy for months. So don't think about just because the press puts stuff out there. Cancelo is delayed. I don't think it's going to happen. That's just my opinion. Miles Lundy, release clause paid. Rodri is on his way. Yeah, absolutely. Cancelo, can't see it happening. I really want Cancelo. He's better than Walker. Can't see it happening. I feel Cancelo is a no-go. I agree. High Blues, looks like I'm late surge. Don't worry about it. We're going to talk about Raheem Sterling very quickly. It's delayed. We're still interested. We'll wait and see. Listen to TalkSport earlier. The Dutch correspondent said Angelino good, but a long way off being Champions League regular as needs. Of course he does. Absolutely, we know that. It just makes sense towards the homegrown allocation for what, 12 million quid or something. It's peanuts. Rashford needs to jump ship and get on ours. I would love Rashford to come to City. I rate him. I know people will go, no. I really rate Rashford, and I think under Pep Guardiola, he could turn him into something special. Carl Robson, we need to promote that young centre-back kid from the academy for a place company. You on about Garcia? He won't get first team regular games next season. He's too young, got a lot of learning to do at centre-back. Centre-backs come into their own at sort of 25, 26 years of age. You know, he's 7 years away from that. So he's a good prospect, but he's never going to get into this first team in the next year or so. Never. Might play cup competitions and things like that, but I'm always late, said Notice Gaming. GZ Graphs, we linked with Koulibaly. Not that I've read, no. Thoughts on Yaya's final payday? Shocking move in my opinion. Hey, listen, Salah's got him a move. We know what it's all about with him and Yaya. It's always been about that. English Master, let's go now. City pay 16 million. Just well done. Don't welcome Rodriguez Hernandez. Yeah, it's a great news. Said it for days now. English Mastiff. It's brilliant news. Liam, I'd rather have Cancelo with Danilo, even though he's done a decent job for us. Required Cancelo would add a dimension to our attack. Liam, go and see the video I did a few weeks ago on Cancelo. It's on the channel, so just scroll through and you can see a transfer target video I did on Cancelo and all about. He is great going forward. Positionally crap at defending. So, yeah, maybe City are having second thoughts. Rodrigo, yeah, I love Walker. I mean, he's also played centre-back. It's amazing. So physical, fast, strong. We needed a right-back. I think Walker probably just needs a long rest like he's having now and then come back fit and firing, because there's no doubt about it. When we saw what he was like, not this season, last season, the season before, the 17-18 season, he was absolutely superb. But he's not had a rest. He's had no rest whatsoever. So now that he's had weeks and weeks away, I think Walker could still come back and do a wonderful job. Good afternoon, Chris Bardsley. How are you? Jordan Jolly. Dream starting 11. Oof. Oh, what is that? A dream one? What, in world football? Or just talking about the players we've got? Chris Bardsley, Ian always late. Ray Fernley, will the United ladies team finish 6th? Hey, opening day fixture, that, isn't it? City women versus United. That'll be interesting. Chris Barsley, I always watch though, Andy. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, mate. Sam Jarvis Rogers confirmed tonight this week. Well, it's confirmed, but officially, who knows? We'll wait and see. I'm not going to make any predictions. Rodri Medical Friday being nice time for pre-season. Rodri Medical might already have been done. English Mastiff could have been done today, yesterday, day before. Hence why City have paid the release clause. Like somebody said on here before, you can't see City paying the release clause and then giving him a medical, unless there was something in the contract that says we'll pay the release clause, and if there's any problems with the medical, we can pull out of it. So normally the medical is done and then you pay for the player. So the medical could already have been done and dusted days ago. We're only just hearing about it now. What's happening with Douglas Luiz? Will we ever see him in a City shirt this year of his visa and national team selection? We don't know. It's still obviously a clearly, you know, from what we know and we don't know, is yeah, what we don't know, we don't know. It's one of those. We've heard no more news on it. I think if the Douglas Luiz visa issue would have been sorted, we'd know about it. It'd be announced that he's staying with City or going on loan or doing whatever, but we don't know. Jesus looks in top form. He does look very good in the Copper. I agree. I think you said could possibly start ahead of Aguero within the next couple of seasons. I think he'll be a starter. I think Aguero's got 2 more years left, and I think that's it. I think he'll be gone. And I think maybe he'll rotate more this coming season, and then going into Sergio's final season, there'll be even more rotation with Gabby, because he's still a baby. He's growing. He's looking great, and I think, given time, he's going to be a wonderful player. I really do think. Do you think Delph will be gone? I still think possibly he will go. Which is, I like Delph, but I do think he'll be gone. There's no position for him at City. Chris Barsley, couldn't find the podcast number 2. No, you can't find it. I'll show you, mate, where the podcast number 2 is. It's on our channel, and it's also on Soundcast. Let me just come across here. There you go, mate. I'll show you. There we go. There. That's the podcast. So it's there, mate. It's on the channel. Podcast episode 2. Plus, it's like I said, it's also on Soundcast, so you can go over and listen to it on there. Put that up a couple of days ago. There's the episode 1 and episode 2 are on the channel already. So, yes, saw that English Mastiff, the spin and turn around Aguero, put it through. He nearly scored. Just coming through, looks like England cricket are dominating New Zealand, so it looks like, thankfully, England cricket, they took a few wickets against New Zealand, so closing in on a win, which is great. I saw that, it was gorgeous. I agree, Blondie, Delph ship has sailed. Yeah, it has. Hi, Harv, how are you, mate? Ian, will Rodri play pre-season? Yeah, I think he will. I don't think many of the first teamers will go on pre-season tour, if I'm being honest. I think it'll be all the kids and the peripheral players. You might get 1 or 2 of the first teamers. Wouldn't surprise me if the likes of maybe Kevin De Bruyne is there. But I think the ones who've been playing lately for England and will be given extended sort of leave. Like I said, I think pre-season training starts Monday. I think I said it the other day, last week, that Pepper's given them another week this week off. And some of them will be returning bit by bit, doing some light work over the weekend. And the majority of the ones who are going to go on tour will be back on Monday. And I think they've got 4 days training at the academy before they fly off to Asia for the Asia Cup, which I think the first game is on the 17th against West Ham. So, right, loads and loads and loads of comments in here. Thank you very much. Ray Fernley podcast is highly recommended. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Like I said, it's now available via Soundcast. So you can, if you don't want to go onto YouTube and you want to just click it, download it, and then listen to it at a later date, you're more than welcome. And you can put your headphones in if you're on a train or going for a run or in the gym, or some really interesting points come out of that. And if for some reason only podcast 1 is showing up for some people in playlist, I think that's what happened to Chris saying, right, okay, thank you for that feedback. What I'll do is I'll check it out. I'll check it out after we finish this this live vlog, and I'll go and check it out. But it was definitely showing for me, but I will double check it after this live vlog, and I'll go and rectify whatever problem it is that's on there. So thanks for letting me know. And if you come across anything like that, please let me know immediately, because sometimes it might be that it's linked and working and everything else on my laptop, but for some other reason it's not picking it up somewhere else. So there might be a bit of coding or something like that I need to resolve. So thanks for letting me know, and we'll come back. We'll get it sorted, no problem. You gave the other link. Okay, no problem. Chris, if you want to, you can still listen to it on the channel. So if you go to the video on the channel, you can still, You don't have to watch it. You can just put it on your phone and listen to it. But I will sort out if there's an issue. Like I said, nothing. I've had no feedback from Rob. Rob knows it was on both of them. I put them up there the other day, so I've heard nothing back from Rob on that. So I'll check it out after this vlog and get back to you. I'll put a note below or something like that. Anyway, what I want to do is I want to go and quickly talk about Raheem Sterling, and I'm going to put the link up. I watched it first thing this morning, and the full interview, not just a couple of clips that were on Twitter. I watched the full interview. You'll see the link coming up now on the channel. And it was with GQ magazine, and Alistair Campbell, the Burnley fan, the ex sort of spin doctor for Tony Blair and whatever else, he conducted the interview at the Etihad campus probably a week or two ago. I'm guessing before Raheem went on holiday. But I listened to it through, and it was really, really interesting. Listening to Raheem answer some of the questions that was posed to him. It was brilliant, and I'm just going to quickly, I wrote some notes down because obviously I can't show you the video, you'll have to watch it yourself. But basically, Alistair Campbell, I thought was a great host, a really good host. He asked about the BBC podcast, and he said I was listening to it up on the train, and on the BBC podcast that was released a number of weeks ago, he said that they were comparing Raheem to Nelson Mandela, and he said obviously you got awarded the Integrity Award for that Instagram post about racism, and Raheem basically said, look, that's great to know, and that in this country people are willing to listen. I didn't want it to be all about me and self-centered, hence why I was writing about the other players that had been racially abused as well. And he also asked a question, I've got about 10 of them here. The first year at City, you got a lot of stick off the media. And he said, yeah, it was really weird reading it. And I'd not even played a game, and yet basically what I'd done was getting all this grief in the first season. He said, so the first season at City was pretty hard on me because I was only young, and he said, Alistair Campbell said, did it affect you? And he went, well, at the time I was still reading all of these messages and taking them to heart and things like that. So yeah, maybe it did and maybe it didn't, but you know, I didn't understand why I was getting a lot of grief off people when I'd not even played for Manchester City. And he talked then about the racism issues at Liverpool in particular, because he had got some grief and abuse off Liverpool fans. And actually he talked about when he just signed, he was only a young kid, I think 15 he said, or something like that, and he was walking home from training or from school, the Liverpool Academy school, and some guy sort of shouting out his name, Raheem Sterling, and he thought, oh, somebody actually knows me, when he'd signed from QPR to Liverpool. And he walked across the road thinking that he was gonna sort of say hello and whatever, and ended up calling him the N-word and headbutting him at 15 years of age. And it was quite interesting because he turned around and Alistair Campbell said, and what did you do? Did you sort it out? He went, too right, I did. And he said, what, with the laddie? Too right, I did. And basically said, I sorted him out. So at 15 years of age, he was also getting, a load of grief. He talked about City versus England, and actually quite a funny question. He asked him, would this City team beat an England team? And I think at first he was like, oh, I'm not sure whether I really want to answer this. So Alistair Campbell came back and basically said, well, all right, would this City team beat the French team? And he went, absolutely, of course it would. He said, so yeah, maybe I guess we'd beat England as well. And he was talking about the England setup and why. And he said, look, you've got to remember the England players, we only get together for around about 8 to 10 days. And we get 3-4 days of like a pre-game sort of training. We play the game, and then we have 3-4 days downtime, rest and recovery before we play another game. And then after that game, we're back to our club. He said, so you've got to remember, we're around every single day, the players at City, training and things like that. And, if we had more time with the England squad, he said, we'd definitely be better. There's no doubt about it. Talking about the Instagram post that he made, he said, did you run it by any of the City players before you posted it? And he said, yeah, I did. I ran it by Delphi and Vinny. He said so they could spell check it or word check it, he said. He said those two are really great guys that I respect. Yeah, they came back to me and said it's perfect, just put it out there. So he was asked by Alistair Campbell, did you run it by Pep before you put it out? And he went, no, didn't think I needed to. And he was also asked, does the manager give you one-to-one sort of like coaching and talking and tactics and things like that? And he went, the first season, yeah, I got quite a lot of that off Pep Guardiola. He said, but pretty much last season, there was only one time where he wanted a one-to-one chat with me, and I just got a text message saying the gaffer wants to speak to you and have a word. So he said, but on the whole, he obviously likes what I'm doing and doesn't really feel that he needed to sit me down and talk to me and everything else. He said, you know, when he was talking, I think Alistair Campbell mentioned about the Pep's quite full on and everything else after games, but he said, you know, it's just what it is. That's the way it is, and you've got to remember, he said, that I've been at the club for a few years, and then suddenly we buy a winger and thinking, oh, I've got to really work hard because I've got another winger. And then he buys another winger, and then about Mahrez, and thinks I've got to up my game again. So that competition, he said, was absolutely critical for his development. They asked him who he supported when he was growing up. He said United. He said, does the do you feel like the fans respect you now at Man City? And he said, absolutely. He said, it's a family club and I love it. He said, I can go around in Cheshire and places like that and people come up and chat to me, and you know, I've got a responsibility to give them the time of day if they're coming up to me. He said, so, you know, people have this thing about bling and everything else. He said, no, he said, I'm a family man. I keep myself to myself. He was asked loads of questions about other players at the club and he's got any best friends there. And he was like, you know, basically saying, no, not really. I've got 4 or 5 mates from when I grew up around Wembley, because he moved to the UK when he was 5 years old from Jamaica. And he said, the people I was at year 7 with, I've still got 4 or 5 friends. They're my best friends. And, you know, I mainly stick around those guys. I don't really have best friends at Man City. He talks about hatred and the stuff that goes out, and he said, look, they're always keyboard warriors. He said, and I'll be honest with you, he said, I've met United fans who I know have been giving me grief on social media, and when they come up to me face to face, they're nice as pie. He said, they just, you know, there's no grief, no nothing. He said they actually come up and ask for a selfie and things like that. He talked about leaving Liverpool to go to City. And basically I thought it was quite interesting. It just shows you how focused he is. He said, I've always had a plan. Me and my agent and my family have had a plan. If we'd not won the Premier League by the time I was 21, I'd move on. And it was that simple. So I thought that was interesting. It shows you just how focused he is and how he's got this plan of what he wants to do with his life. So his last question, there were loads of questions. I'm not going through all of them, but he was talking about his tattoos. Basically said, yeah, I regret a few. Most of them I got before I was 19. And he asked, are you finished with them? And he said, nope, I'm not finished. I'm still going to get some more. So go and watch the link that I've put on here. It's about 48 minutes long. But I think Alistair Campbell does a really, really good job. He's not somebody I've particularly liked in the past, but as you know, he's a big Burnley fan. And he does a really good job with the interview, and Raheem looks really relaxed and, you know, honest and open, and surprised at, you know, the way that the media have portrayed him. So English Mastiff Raheem is looking cut up, lean, mean, athlete machine. He does. Well, it's like he talks about drinking, and he said about alcohol. And he said, no, he said, I got photographed drinking alcohol. He said, but that I was pushed into that by an older player while away, or I don't know, he was away on holiday or something. And I regret it because my grandma never spoke to me for 6 months because nobody in the family drinks except for his uncle. He said, so I've realised now that, you know, I don't want to upset my grandma. So he said, you know, I don't drink and whatever else. So I thought it was a brilliant, brilliant interview. And he's such a really, really sound kid. And just so pleased we've got him at Man City. Sharon Hall, kit looks good. It does. Love the black one. Yeah, everyone's going mental about the kits. Loving it. Hi, Anthony. Hi, Andy. Just got home. Sweaty day on the ladders today. Get a cold beer down you, mate. A lot of rival fans jealous of our away kit. Yeah, they are, mate. Not a fan of the kits. I prefer classic. Yeah, I think we all do. But with you, Tom, not a fan of modern kits. Most of them look like one-day cricket shirts. Racism in England, get out of here. Spencer's about. We all know Scousers have formed for racism. Balotelli found that out also. I think Jesus, if Jesus needs a run of games to show his true potential, he does, and we've seen when he has got game time. When is the ground expansion? There'll be no ground expansion announced until what is decided with safe standing. Safe standing is going to have to be decided first, because I'm sure City have already got plans for the expansion of the North Stand, but they've also got plans for, you know, a wall of safe standing and things like that. But until that is actually permitted by UK government rules, then City won't do anything. There's no point in expanding the North Stand by another 6,000 and then suddenly they say, oh yeah, by the way, safe standing is now allowed, and then it's like changes all the plans. So I think City will just hold fire for the next 12 months or so until something is, the green light is being given by the government, basically. Opinion on new kits, they've grown on me. I'm not a kit person, mate. I'm not. I've said it all the time. I'm not a kit person. I've not bought a kit since I was early teenager. It's just not my thing. But I wasn't keen on the purple and things like that, and the black kit looked like a bit of a licorice all short, if I'm being honest. But I saw it yesterday on the. I saw it the day before when I did the video with Chris. Phil. Phil Surety on episode 4 of Who Are You, and he just been and bought it, and it looked decent close up. The quality looks superb on it. So, you know, everyone else has their own opinions on things. You know, what I like, you might not like. What you like, I might not like. It's all a personal thing. Racism is vile, sickening cancer all over the world. It is, absolutely, mate. Mendy may not be ready till Christmas. Oh, he'll definitely be ready. No doubt about it, mate. No doubt about it. I'm sure he's already doing his stuff with Dr. Cougar. I don't think it'll be another 6 months, mate. He's been on his feet and already been doing Barcelona training camp about 6-7 weeks ago. So is he either? My nan used to work with his mum at Matt Vitty's. Oh, Matt Vitty's, Crossley Road, Burnage, just beyond the playing parks. I spent most of my youth playing and fighting and all sorts of stuff around there. So Matt Vitty's around the Burnage area, just off Stockport Road. Who would you want us to sign after Rodri and why? Mbappe? I'm only kidding. Don't know, mate. Thanks, City. Sam Lee says Rodri announcement will be tomorrow. I said it could well be. Sam Lee also said about 6 weeks ago that it was definitely, Bruno Fernandes was definitely coming to Manchester City. See how that one worked out. Love the new City thong. Well, what's that, Ray? Kiam says, my nephew got the away kit. Looks okay, to be fair. Still not proper City look, but times have changed. Yeah. I think we'd all like to go back to sort of the classics, if I'm being honest. But it is what it is. Don't push him. Don't push him. Who are you talking to, English? Either Alex Williams is still involved with City in the community. He is. Let Angelino start. Give Mendy more recovery time. I think he'll be fit, mate. I feel like Angelino might push Mendy for performance this year. Otherwise, he's gone come the end of the season. He is either cracking bloke. Alice lives near me, says Rob Beard. Ray. Matt Vitty's Levenshulme. Yeah, well, all right, Levenshulme. It's off Crossley Road, isn't it? Off Stockport Road. So, I know where it is, mate. New City thong, where's the badge on it then? Where is the badge? Andy, did you go to Bow Waters behind Matt Vitty's? I didn't, mate. I must admit. Bow Waters... I'm not sure Bow Waters. It depends what year you're talking about, mate. I don't know how old you are. I don't remember Bow Waters, I must admit. But you know, if you go down Burnage Lane and then you turn right on Crossley Road and you've got the park, the pitches, all the football. I don't know whether they're still there. I'm assuming so. My mum lives in Burnage, so and you turn right across the road, and that road takes you down the dip, and then you come to Matt Vitty's on your right hand side, and that's Stockport Road that takes you through Levenshulme. So Bow Walters was, I don't know what that is. Bow Walters, I think Bow Walters, were they not a massive big sort of, are they not a printing firm or something like that? I can't remember. If it was Bow Walters, my uncle used to be the managing director of Bow Walters, but down south in London. If it's the same Bow Walters, I'm not sure. Bananas, I'm not really a fan of zebra crossing patch on the shoulder for the away kit. Mark the Blue United got 7th place cup. I mean, it's alright, the new kits, but as long as they play like last year, they can come out in kilts as far as I'm concerned. Absolutely. Blue Heart, City Thong can whistle Blue Moon under the... Blue Heart says the City Thong can whistle Blue Moon under the right conditions. Ivor, hey Rob, I've still a picture of Alex giving me a Player of the Year award when I was 11. Very small badge. English Mastiff, my wife can't whistle. Philip says it was Bow Walters and Scott. Okay, so that's a bit different company to Bow Walters. I'm not sure what they were. Ray Fernley, is the thong a cheeky number? Rob Beard, yeah, I used to do all the football and the community stuff at Platt Lane, either. Kringle Fields, that's it. Happy days. My sis worked at Matt Vitty's, loved the misshaped biscuits. Yes, they used to give it in bags, didn't they? You used to be able to get all the sort of cast-offs that were whatever, and it was like a big clear bag, and it was full of like the crappy biscuits, but they still tasted exactly the same just because they weren't the right shape. You could buy a bag, I can't remember now. Was it £2? And he used to get this massive bag of it, and I'm going back to the 80s, 83, 4, 5, something like that. Bloody hell, I step out for a minute and come back to thong top. It's a thong thing. Misshaped biscuits, remember the big boxes? Yeah, I remember them. I absolutely, none of my family worked there, but I think one of my mates' mum used to work there. She did, yeah. It was Steve, my mate, who lived in Longside. His mum worked at Matt Vitty's and used to bring on boxes, and inside you open it up and it was big clear plastic bags full of broken biscuits or misshaped biscuits and things. Broken biscuits were rubbish for dunking. A penguin is a penguin whether it's misshaped or not. Brilliant, Bernard. Right, finally, got a few minutes left and then gonna go. So talked about Raheem, we talked about Rodri. Bayern Munich allegedly are in for CANCELO, which doesn't surprise me. It was said it the other day that Bayern were showing a bit of interest in him. I think everything is pointing towards CANCELO going somewhere else and not coming to City, unless City have a change of heart. But again, there's seems to be too many variables in it with the likes of Danilo, what's happening with him and things like that. So I said it on the live vlog I did on Monday. I don't think it's happening. I really don't. I think there's just too much going on, and for the money and everything else, I just don't think City will go down the route. They'll wait for somebody else potentially. And the reason why Bayern are going in for CANCELO is they want to try and convert and push the likes of Joshua Kimmich further forward in a more attacking midfield role rather than a defensive role, on move, and him covering at right back as well. So the fact that Bayern have missed out on a number of players, I don't be surprised if they get the CANCELO one over the line, I'll be honest with you. So that's why I think, I might be totally wrong, but that's why I think maybe the CANCELO one is done. I don't think it's happening. Ake we spoke about. So just finally before I go, I'm just going to quickly read through a few of your mentions. How long will OK State City? Well, he's possibly going to run down his contract. That's what it's looked like, unless he announces that he is definitely going to sign an extension. So I can't see the extension being more than an additional 3 years, if I'm honest. But we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see what's going on. It's 1 a.m. here. Going to bed. Good night, Julio. Have a good night's sleep. Steve, wrong shape or wrong chocolate. The biscuits my nana's cupboard was full of penguins, pelicans, home wheat Jaffas. How have we got onto biscuits? Love the new Mankini, the away one. Philip, the Oasis boy's mother worked at my Vitty's, as did I. That's where I fell in love with Jaffa cakes. There you go, mate. I didn't know you were a Burnage boy. or know that area, mate, my mum lives in Burnage. So my mum moved to Burnage from Woodhouse Park in 1986, if I remember rightly. But I'd already been round there because a couple of the guys I played for when I played for Manchester Boys, they were Burnage lads, went to Burnage High School. So from the age of sort of like 13, 14, I sort of spent most of my time not in Woodhouse Park but in Burnage. I used to get the bus down, meet them, and meet all their crony mates from Burnage High School. And so I spent my days around sort of Burnage Lane, Crossley Road, all of those, Levenshulme, Longside as well, because that's where all the lads who play for Manchester Boys lived. So I'm Heaton Chapel next to George and Dragon. I know where that is. I know where that is, mate. Who starts in midfield next season? Gotta be Fernandinho, David Silva, Kevin De Bruyne. How have we signed on? Well, we haven't signed anything yet, Killian, with Angelino. Nothing is official. Bayern won't pay more than us for Cancelo. Can't see that. No, they probably won't. But I don't think City are going to pay 65 million quid for him, I'll be honest. When is the Eurovision thong contest? Brilliant, Steve Black. I used to work for HB Island and everyone on my road had freezers full of free ice cream, Viennettas and fat frogs along with Magnums. The good old days before the buyout by Unilever. We've gone from biscuits, McVitie's, to frogs and you name it. Wagon wheels. Oh, God. One of my favourites, I think. Except for a Tunnet's tea cake. I like Delphi. I like him as well. Arzani is still alone at Celtic. My forehead looks like a wacky wheel. Says Dank City. Delph, Otamendi, Dino and Mangala are all going, so we'll cover the Rodri fee. Yeah, I mean, like I said, you know, I don't think there's any issue with the fees. If I'm being honest, somebody said about it. I said yesterday, if Maguire is 85 million, we could probably sell 50 million potentially in sales. So the money's not an issue. Wagon wheels used to be as big as a car stereo, and now that exactly I mentioned this only a few months ago to somebody. I said I remember. I don't remember because I was small, but they seem massive now. They're little tiny things. Looks like I'm late. You are Mo seeing them going now. Weren't wagon wheels Burton's? Maybe they were. I'm just here to read. You know who fanboy comments. Kiam Rick from Blue Moon lived near George and Dragon. I had a house on Manchester Road. There you go. Blackjacks. Oh yeah, blackjacks. Snowballs. Oh yeah, snowballs. Love them as well. Would England beat Man City in a soccer match? No. Ask Raheem Sterling. I've put the link further up in the comments, so you'll be able to look back and have a look at it and click the link from the GQ magazine. It's the full interview with Alistair Campbell. Jesus' performance, yeah, very good. Mendy is unfit again this season. Do you think it would be time to get rid? I do. I think Pep will only give him one more season. Kimberly Mercados. Don't know what they are. Kimberly Mercado. Oh, Mercados. You know, those little ones with the chocolate on the end. They're nice. Pick up a penguin, says Solatel, says cornflake pies. Hey, yes, cornflakes pie. Gorgeous. Traffic light pie. What's that? Urban myth, wagon wheels are exactly. I was going to say they probably are. It's probably just because we're grown up now. Cornflake pie. God, gorgeous. You don't remember the cornflakes, and they had like treacle, and they put them in like little cupcake holders, and you could put chocolate on it if you wanted to. Do you live in Manchester, Shajib? I don't. I live in Chester now, mate. What's on the menu for tomorrow, Andy? What, food-wise, or what are you talking about? The menu tomorrow, I don't know. Who knows? Something might happen tonight, but somebody said on here maybe we should look at looking at the likes of maybe discussing Ake versus Maguire and the merits of that. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe something like that. I'm always, everything is sort of last minute because you have to wait to see what people want to talk about and what actually happens. Oh my God, your lips are so hot. Who are you talking to? Jerome van der Zanden. The Prince, hopefully we find a backup right back. Shedder's one. Ake would be a good option with Otter and Mangala going. If Otter goes, yeah, I think it's, you know, a good signing if we are in for him. Why would Bayern want Cancelo when they have Kimmich and Pavard? I've just said they want to move Kimmich into a more attacking role. Orange Club biscuits. Yeah, Orange Club, still gorgeous. English, you not from Manchester, never had cornflake pie. You've never had it? God. Hi Andy, if Cancelo's heading to Munich, what about? Oh, I mean, Kimmich. I've raved about Kimmich for the last 2-3 years. Andreas, I've always said, I think Kimmich is class and he loves Pep, and I just can't believe that Pep's not convinced him yet to come to City. Sharon, stop it. You're making me blush. Mataza, Andy, how can we improve the atmosphere at the Etihad? Mate, when we want to do it, we do it. It's that simple. Stop it, Jerome. Exactly, Bernard, never touched them. Banana and jam butties. Banana butties. No, I was never into jam butties, I must admit, but banana butties, yeah, definitely. All right, I'll ask you the question. I had one yesterday. Crisp butty, yes or no? Wrong. Also right. And which flavour crisp? Why do you think Juventus are so good at getting free agents? It's just very clever. They do business in the right way. Tomorrow on Andy's Thongor Biscuit Show. I don't know how it's turned into this. Eccles cakes, no, don't like Eccles cakes. Stones is a good right back. He was class. Stones is going to be great next season. I've got a real good feeling for Stones. Would you like Maffeo return? Ain't going to happen. Not had a great season over the last 12 months. So said it on a video a couple of week or two ago, 10 days ago, saying it's just not happened for the kid, and I feel really sorry for him because he had all the class in the world, but for whatever reason, he just had a really poor time last season. Aztec bars. Don't remember Aztec bars. I'll tell you what I do. Does anybody remember, you have to be my age, anybody remember Nutties? It was like a caramel with loads of nuts around the outside. Anybody remember them? Pavard is dirty. Stones had one game last season. I don't want us to get Ake. Why not? Alrighty, Andy. You have a good day, mate. You too, benign. Crisp butty with ready salted all the way. Mine's got to be cheese and onion. Cabana chocolate bars, Morello chalice. And no, I didn't like them because I don't like cherries. Yummy crisp butty, cheese and onion. There you go, Bernardine. There you go. And it's got to be on nice bread with loads of butter. Oh, God, gorgeous. Making me want to go and have crisp butty now. Right, finally, after the food and biscuit, welcome to Man City Fan TV food and biscuit channel. I've written a song called The Lonely Guitar. It's a blues number. It will be coming out. Brown sauce butties. I love brown sauce, but no butty. Dripping butties. I'm not that old. My aunties and that used to have things like that, and I couldn't stand it. I don't like fat. I don't like fat on my bacon or anything like that. And they used to eat it, and I was like, horrible. Shedder's one, all this sweet talk has made me hungry, and me. Chips, fish, and curry. You talking about curry sauce? Chips, fish, and curry. What about curry rice and chips? Maybe. Tomato crisps on a butty with salad cream. Tomato crisps on a butty with salad cream. Are you joking, Scott Williams? Where's that one come from? Wambars. Yeah, beautiful. Wambars, used to love them. Dripping butties, my dad had them. Yeah, no, not for me. It was my aunties had them. Texan bars. Yes, remember them. Gorgeous. Spangles. Remember Rancheros and Skydiver crisps? Yes, the black one. And they were very similar to, I can't remember what they're called now. You can still buy Space Invaders. Texan bar, yeah. With salad cream, yeah. Chips and scratchings. Nearly choked on a spangle and toffo. Remember toffos? You used to undo them in a little pack. Oh, God. What were they called? In my school, if you did something really, really great at assembly, you got given the... they like banana flavour and things like that, sweets. Oh, I can't remember them. It'll come to me. This is a fantastic chat. It's a fucking crazy chat. I don't know how we've gone from Man City Fan TV to talking about sweets and crisp butties. And so I do apologise. If you're tuning in now, you're probably thinking, what the hell is this all about? It's not normally like this. We normally do the chat and that's it, we're gone. But there's too many really good things on here. Texan and man's got chew. What man's got chew? Oh, that's what are they called? The or maybe I've missed something here. Brown sauce butties, yes. Oh, what was that? Sweet tobacco. That sweet tobacco, God, yeah. You can still buy that. When I was in Cornwall last year, in a sweet shop. Chris with the blue bag inside. Oh, yeah. With the salt and shake. Yeah, salt and shake Smiths. Decent chocolate wafer. Decadent chocolate wafers. Thongs and sweets. What a mighty Aztec bars make Cadbury. Used to love them. Dib dabs, yeah. Salt and shake Spencer's. Trios, yeah, I like them. It's the sun, Andy. It's made us go crazy. I don't know how we've got into this. But anyway, I've got to go because I've gone way over. I've spent about 10 minutes talking about sweets and chocolate. Opal fruits, yeah. Very nice. No, they weren't opal fruits, though. They were... Oh, I know what it was. I tell a lie. It wasn't sweets. It was Arabars. Arabars, there you go. You got one of those if you were really good and you ended up in assembly doing something. Used to take £1/2 of Merry Maids to Main Road. Merry Maids, God. Sweet peanuts. They were gorgeous. They were like hard sweets. You break into them. They've got little nuts inside. Kiora. I'll be your dog. It's 200 for crows. You're making me hungry. You're making me hungry. Penny mix, yeah. Half pennies. Remember that penny mix. I remember nutty bars. Yeah, thank you, Dudley. Nutty bars were absolutely gorgeous. Chocolate thong, yes. Just a pint of Robinson's Unicorn and then a bag of chips. Plenty of salt and vinegar on the way home over the golf links. Then a hole in one at home. Very good. Chocolate thong wins. Rock hard treacle toffee on a tray. Can't beat it. Can't beat it. Cheers, guys. Have a good evening. Going to raid the Chris cupboard for my tea tonight, and the missus is away. Choc ices. Yeah, choc ices. Still get them though, but they're not like they used to be, are they? But dib dab sherbet dip. Yeah. Put your finger in and stick it in and get all the last little bits of it. God, this is like a proper throwback down memory lane. Cheers, guys. I'm starving now, so am I. Eskimo bars. Have a great evening, I'll touch Andy. I need to go make myself a chip butty. I don't have any of these and kind of gutted. I'm hungry. I'll bring them out when I come out and see you, buddy. Don't worry. I'll bring you. Just send me a list and I'll bring them all out for you. Savouries. Oh, they were like crisps, were they? My wife can whistle Blue Moon with her G-string. Lucky bags that had all the different things in. Rum and raisin choc ice. Hey, my lads have been working at the Cheshire Ice Cream Farm for years. That was their first jobs, so when they were 13, 14. Still work there now on the odd weekends and things. Rum and raisin ice cream from there. It's absolutely to die for. Have a nice evening, Mataza. Blackjack's fruit salad. I still get packs of blackjack sometimes now. Marathons, well, yeah, before they changed the name. Can Rodri play on either side of midfield 3-2? Yes, he can. So anyway, that's it. I'm not answering any more on City. It's all about food and Space Raider crisps. Yeah, that was what I was talking about before. Those Space Invader, Space Raider things. Mesky's Ice Cream Van Burnage. I don't remember Mesky's. I did play at Manchester Boys. I played with a guy called Tony. Oh God, what was he called? Tony. His parents and his family owned. Oh God. Santorini, no, Sereni's, the Sereni's ice cream. Oh God, what was it called? I'm sure he was called Tony Serini. Was it Serini? He was a left back for Manchester Boys, and his family owned a massive ice cream parlours in Manchester. Snugbury's isn't far from me, but Cheshire Ice Cream is about 5. Savory's, thank you, Savory's. He was Peter Savory. He was called, not Tony. Peter Savory. He was left back, and his family owned Savory's ice cream parlours in Manchester going back years and years. My mum used to go to them in Manchester. That's how long ago. Snugbury's is nice, but Cheshire Ice Cream Farm is about, I don't know, 500 metres from where I live. The black ones in sports, Wine Gums had a pack of them the other night, and I left them on my desk, half ate, and the rest of them had gone by the morning. Don't know where them. Ben Sherman and taking back the bottles. Yeah, the what's it called? The Alpine Man used to come round. Savory's Barlow Road, yeah, absolutely Kiam. And that was Peter Savory and his brother, his older brother, I think it was. Big Italian Maltese connections, yeah. The Alpine man who used to come round on a Saturday morning, Cherry Aid and American cream soda and all that one. Great chat, thanks Ray. Curly Whirlies, still can't beat him. Thanks a lot, great food suggestions. I remember Peter Savori. There you go. So you know who he is. Very good left back. He was a really good player. Alpine Cresta, there you go. Corona, Dandelion and Burdock, yeah. Cherry Aid. 53 dislikes. Andy started talking about Man City. I'm not bothered about that, mate. Gabby Jesus was dope against Argentina. He was. Nutty bars, not good if you have a nut allergy. No, they're not. Fat frogs, yes. Pineapple Aid, Mark the Blue, absolutely. Oh, God, this is bringing back so many. Gallium wine. God. Fizzy cola bottles and flying saucers, yeah. That. What's the ones that used to put on your tongue and it had all crisp and popping corn thing or whatever it was, and it was space dust. Sterilised milk from bottles, I know that was, yeah, my mum used to have that. It was like horrible. Hit the like, guys, yeah, give it a like before you go. Iron Brew, yeah, absolutely. Double Deckers, Space Rocks, Top Deck Shandy. That was your first sort of drink, wasn't it, when you was a kid? You used to get a bit of Top Deck Shandy and thought that you were drunk. Can England win the Cricket World Cup? Absolutely. Jawbreakers, God, yeah, they used to like massive things. Trying to suck on those, and they were like aniseed balls, another one. Anyway, this has been a trip down memory lane. Drunk on shandy. Yeah, I know you used to be like, oh yeah, I'm drunk. Yeah, it's gone right to my head. Edible thongs. I don't know where they sold them in shop. Nougat bars, the pink and white ones, Cobb stoppers, yeah. Right, I've got to go. Yes, Blue Eye. I loved them. Shame Cadbury stopped making them. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 bars, baby chamois. Yeah, my nan used to do that. Anyone else have eggnog? Remember that? Eggnog. My gran used to make me one. Horrible. Foam mushrooms, pink shrimps. Yeah, Cherry B. Yeah, I didn't like Cherry B. Thanks, Andy. No problem. Guys, thanks for all the chat. I mean, it's been brilliant on Man City Food Channel. Haggis. My family were from, my dad was from Scotland, so not for me. Latest biscuit and chocolate lovers. Give it a thumbs up if you haven't before you go. Don't know why I've got 54 likes. I know who they are, but hey, snowballs, gorgeous. Snowballs with avocado. There you go. Snowballs, that's what it was. She used to make me. Yellow with lemonade and horrible. We need football back. We'll be back tomorrow with football stuff. We did an hour on football. We've done another 15 minutes on sweets and chocolate bars and Von Hope. I don't know, mate. Maybe it's the Mahrez lot. Maybe we've got somebody else doing something with the channel to give it like them thumbs down. Who knows? Popping Chewits. What about Chewits? Favourite band? Ooh, that's a good question. Don't know. James Richardson. Got loads. I like old school sort of. I like the Berry Gordy era and stuff like that. So I like things like I don't know, Sam Cooke. Going back to the old days. I like all the old stuff. I like Oasis and things like that, but I don't really, I'll be honest with you, I follow a bit of JP Cooper and even, the stuff. My lads are into sort of grime and everything, so every night in our house it's just like constant grime stuff. So even my wife likes grime, so she has it on, and so. But I like the old school stuff, if I'm honest. But hey, Oasis, yeah, I like Oasis. Police, Blondie, Queen. But yeah, Queen were classic, absolutely. Tutti Fruities, yeah. Like them as well. Warm Water, not until 2050. The Clash, not for me. In the 80s, I was into more. I just got into hip hop in 1983. The old school stuff, which I still like now. So I was not into sort of new romance type stuff, and I was a Perry boy. I was into things like the Specials. So, and then I got into hip hop and what was coming out of the States and things like that. So I wasn't really into all the Level 42 and even New Order, I'll be honest with you. New Order, even though I look back on them now, are great. Definitely not Simply Red. Motown stuff, yeah. Love anything old school. Motown, love it. So all of those, I've got loads of albums. old school stuff that I absolutely love. So Johnny Marr used to go to Windsor College. He did. Wacko, no. The Rubber Bandits, Horse Outside, give it a listen. They're as daft as a brush. I'm sure they are with a name like Rubber Bandits, mate. But anyway, listen, Sandy from Man City Fan TV. Don't forget, go and check out the video I put out this morning with Chris. Hey, big man, who do you think is going to win the championship this year? Some big teams in it, Jacob. Good question, mate. Very good question. I would have thought Derby would have done well, but it looks like Frank Lampard is going to Chelsea. So I would have thought they would have been a big shout for next season. So who knows? Maybe Forest or someone like that. Well, who knows? Don't know. If I'm being honest. See section. Blue out, don't abuse my Limerick band, Rubber Bandits. Listen, don't forget, give it a thumbs up before you go. Let's try and get a ball. We've got equal at the moment. 56 likes, 56 thumbs down. So we'll see anyway. But don't forget, check out the video I put out, episode 5 with Chris. Really big City fan, lovely guy, and that's put it out this morning. Be back tomorrow with more videos. Got some ideas, might do something else tonight with some of the Blues. Just don't know whether I can fit it in tonight or I have to do it in the morning and try and get something out. But Fly Fishing by J.R. Hartley, remember that. Wrong guys, mate, I'm a huge Leeds fan. You and sub anyway. Thanks, Jacob. Leeds, don't get me wrong, we've got Jack Harrison there, haven't we, on loan. So I'm not sure. I would have really fancied Derby if Lampard would have stayed, but I don't think he is. So I think you'll be right up there, definitely. I like Bielsa. I've spoke about Bielsa on this channel. Yeah, I think Leeds have got a massive opportunity. I'm actually a bit disappointed you didn't come up this season because, you know, another great away day, another great big club to go, you know, somewhere different. We've not been for a long time to Leeds. So, yeah, I agree, Bernard. They need to sort of defence out. Always like Leeds, memories from my childhood when they were in the big time. Absolutely. Great club. And I really thought, I was disappointed you didn't come up. I was a bit disappointed in the way that you sort of drifted away because at one point you looked like you were going to run away with it. But Spencer's a mark, Mr. Ben. Gotta love Mr. Ben, haven't you? Absolutely loved Mr. Ben. Anyway, I'm going. Otherwise, we'll get into more chat. I went to all Leeds Champions League games, went to uni then, got some good mates. Your pound's worth more at Williams, where else? Jacob, looks like Buffon is going back to Juve. Leeds needs to be back in the Prem. I agree, Shedders. Love Leeds trips in the 70s and 80s, so did I. It was a great stadium to go to. All right. Yeah, it was a bit dodgy going up there, but a big team, and it'd be great to have the likes, and no disrespect to you being a Leeds fan, but even the likes of, you know, your Sheffield Wednesdays and everything else, Uniteds and things like that. But anyway, don't worry, Jacob, you're more than welcome on the channel. It's not just Man City Fan TV and Man City fans. We've got fans that come on from Spurs, Arsenal, whatever. So you're more than welcome to come on, mate. Just keep it clean. Let's have some football chatter. And if you like biscuits and you like sweets and you like things like chocolate bars, you might get a bit thrown in at the end. Your tea's going cold. It's not. She hasn't made it yet. She's upstairs. Leeds, scary stadium bricks thrown at us. Yeah, I've been there, done that. So, guys, cheers, Andy. Thanks for a great stream. You're more than welcome. Sorry, the last sort of 15, 20 minutes about biscuits, but it's your channel, not mine. So I speak about what you want to speak about. So take care. Give it a thumbs up. Don't forget, comment below the video. Don't forget, go and check out the episode 5 of Who Are You? I'll be back, and if you want to come on, you can more than welcome. Like I said, we've got others set up to go, but if you want to come on to do an episode of Who Are You? All you have to do, and I'll write it down here, is you just have to send me an email, mcfcfantv@gmail.com. I keep putting Gamil. Gmail.com, there you go, and send me an email. And if you want to come on, it takes about 7 minutes of your time, 8 minutes maximum. I'll just throw those 5 questions at you. You can have a think about it, and you can be on the channel. And like I said, it's a real pleasure doing it. It's really interesting, and I really do like it. Cheers, Andy Jacobs is signing tomorrow. You heard Rubber Bandits, mate. No, I haven't. If it's that question was for me. Cheese and butter with biscuits. Yeah, you love it. I will check them out. Blondie and Blue Heart. I want to fight your father. Right, I'm going. Take care. Have a wonderful day. It's Andy from Man City Fan TV. Thank you, everyone, for all your comments. And it's really nice. 15, 20 minutes of memory lane. taking me back to my youth. So have a brilliant evening. I'll be back tomorrow. Take care. We'll see you soon.